Hey guys, there was a time I thought I was just too emotional, too deep, too intense, too sensitive. But that wasn't emotion. That was spiritual awareness. And I just didn't even know it yet. My dreams started at an early age. And when I mean dreams, when you go to sleep, have a dream, those things started for me at a very young age. I would wake up crying, shaking, just really scared because how vivid they were. They were so vivid and so real life. And as a child, that would scare me. It would freak me out. I didn't know how to explain the things that I was seeing. So for years, I tried to shut this part of me off. I tried to run from it. I tried to stay up late. That's where my insomnia started. And just try to ignore it. I told myself these things were just a dream. But deep down, I was like, I knew it wasn't. I just knew it had to do something else. I just knew it was something else trying to tell me something, whether it was spiritual, whether it was ancestors. But now I just realized it's just God trying to talk to me. As I got older, I kept running from them, especially as a teenager. You couldn't catch me having a dream. I'm like, I'm not doing it. But the more I ignored it, the louder these dreams got. The more often they would come, it would just keep coming. It would not stop. And eventually I just couldn't run from them anymore because the dreams that I kept on having, they were patterns and they will keep coming because they were always trying to look out for me. They were always trying to tell me something. Even as a young age, and I didn't really want to believe it or didn't want to step in tune with it because I was in fear. I had to learn as I got older that, hey, maybe it's not a scary thing. Maybe these dreams are really trying to tell you something. So it all became clear to me as I got really older in my 30s. And one year I decided to choose celibacy. So back in November, I chose celibacy. I didn't do this for attention. I didn't do it for clout. I did it for clarity. And when I end up cutting all those soul ties, my spirit got real quiet. It got quiet enough to hear what God and my ancestors were trying to tell me all along. That's when I knew these dreams have a purpose. And that's when the dreams naturally started to return back to me again. But this time, I wasn't scared anymore. I started to welcome them. When I would have a dream, I'll wake up, write them down in my journal so I could keep track of it, keep track of the patterns that I was noticing, and keep track of the dreams that I were having. So one night, I dreamed my entire house was flooding, literally water everywhere. Water was pouring from the ceiling, rising through from the ground. It was just water everywhere. And I remember I was on this floating board just going through the water through the whole house. At first, I was panicking in the dream. I was panicking, getting rushed and pushed by the water. And then I heard this voice. The voice was saying, "This isn't destruction. This is cleansing." And when I heard that, I calmed. And literally the water calmed. Everything just became so serene and just started becoming calm and in motion. And I just woke up and I knew exactly what the dream was trying to tell me. My intuition knew what the dream was trying to tell me. Everything in my life that couldn't come with me at that moment was being washed away and cleared from my life. And from then on, I started trusting the messages that I was getting from the divine. I started trusting the messages I was getting from God, the universe, or whatever you like to call it. So even another example, I dreamed of a crash. And this crash led me to the exact place that I needed to go. And guess what? In real life, a situation happened. And it wasn't a physical crash, but it was a metaphorical crash. And the same thing happened. It led me literally to the place that I was supposed to go. So a situation that looked like a setback ended up becoming a divine redirection or a divine comeback. So sometimes in dreams, people I cut off will even try to reach back out to me. They'll talk to me through other people or even talk to me through strangers. And that's when I knew energy is neither created nor destroyed. Energy never lies. Even when we're asleep, even when we're dreaming, that energy is going to come back to you somehow. Sometimes you just got to listen to it and also be in discernment. Know what's for you and what's not. But if you like me, you're just going to listen to it anyway and figure out the lesson after. So even though this season has been really lonely, I realize even in isolation, that's where God is speaking to you the loudest. You're not always meant to be surrounded. Sometimes God will move everyone for you in front of you or will remove everyone from your life just to tell you something. Sometimes your ancestors have to clear the room so you can finally hear the assignment that they're trying to tell you. They'll let you feel heartbreak, trauma, all type of lessons, and you're like, dang, the universe must really not like me. Why I keep going through these heartbreaks and lessons? But nah, they having you go through that so you can learn that one, You're supposed to learn what you're supposed to learn from it to help you elevate, to take you to your next level. So now I don't run from the dreams. I don't fear the messages anymore. I embrace them because I know I'm protected. I know I'm being guided. And I know I'm being prepared for something bigger than I could ever have imagined in my whole life. So when things are showing up in your life, roadblocks, trials, tribulations, don't ignore them. Don't move them out of the way. Welcome it, embrace it, because that's the universe trying to show you where you need to go. This life is literally like a physical gym. When you go to the gym and work out, it's like a gym, but you're working out your spirit, and your spirit is elevating to show you where do you need to go. And now I realize that my emotions weren't weakness. They were actually divine guidance trying to show me where I needed to go. My dreams weren't random at all. They were actually messages. My stillness, my isolation, it wasn't punishment, even though I thought God was trying to. It was preparation. So if you're in a season of silence and if you're having dreams and you feel like they're too intense and you're trying to ignore them, listen to it. It's literally trying to tell you something. If you feel like you're changing and people don't know, they don't understand you anymore. If you feel like you're changing and you don't know what you're even becoming yet, that's not a breakdown. That's a spiritual awakening. I hope this message spoke to somebody today. And if this message spoke to you, it's because you're being called to it. You're not crazy. You're not alone. You're actually being chosen for a divine path, chosen for the way you have to live your life to be able to be in response to this universe, whether you're helping somebody, guiding somebody, or doing something that's going to change a whole lineage. And if you're ready to walk in that purpose, if you're ready to walk in that truth, hey, listen to me, follow others that's going to help you reach that next level. I don't just teach science and history. I don't teach trends. I don't teach culture. I literally teach transformation. So let's unlock what's already inside of you. One step at a time, one goal at a time, whether it's me or from the divine. I appreciate you guys for listening. Thanks for learning with me. Have a good night. Bye.